Labour face a major test tomorrow, defending two by-elections following the resignation of two MPs.
Historically, Copeland in Cumbria and Stoke-on-Trent are Labour heartlands, but that could all change. Our political editor, Ranvir Singh, has more.
Yeah, thanks very much. Look, by-elections don't really come more fascinating than this. And really, British politics is being held in a cup here this week for us all to gaze at. Let me show you why everybody's jumping up and down about it. So the Labour Party has held the seat in Copeland since 1945. They've held onto the Stoke-on-Trent seat since 1950. Both constituencies voted to leave quite heavily in the EU in the June referendum, of course. 62% in Copeland voted for Brexit and nearly 70% in Stoke-on-Trent. That's why UKIP think that they've got a good chance of winning in Stoke. They've put their leader, Paul Nuttall, there to stand as MP. And the Conservatives, meanwhile, think that Copeland can be taken from Labour. Now, that would be historical, so much so that the Prime Minister herself went there to visit residents last week. It didn't necessarily go that well for her. But look, if the Tories succeed, it'll be the first time a party in government has actually taken a seat from the opposition in a by-election since 1982. I was 5 years old then. Look, so what we're talking about this morning is the future of UKIP, the future of the Labour Party, the future of Jeremy Corbyn. All of this, essentially, this week hangs in the balance, and everything is on a knife edge.
I'd rather talk about your extraordinary ability to walk and talk.
Well,
I've
been practising that for about 30 years.
Well, let's cut to the quick.
Yeah.
Who is going to win, do we think?
Listen, nobody sensible would call this. Can I just tell you that I think in Copeland, one of the bookies has put the odds very short on the Tories winning. I don't know how you say it, 1/3. I don't know how you say these bookies.
Yeah, so 3 to 1 on.
Yeah, exactly. So that tells you how close. And I mean, Jeremy Corbyn's camp themselves I'm hearing, are feeling very, very, very worried about Copeland. Look, the two stories are, in Copeland, it's a story about... I mean, I don't envy the voters there, I have to say. So many things to think about. The local issues of nuclear. There's a big Moorside nuclear plant that's being planned, 21,000 jobs. Jeremy Corbyn, very unenthusiastic. No matter what he actually says, you read it between the lines. Very unenthusiastic about it. There's a closure of maternity services there. I think in Stoke, the story is simpler in a sense. I think it is UKIP versus Labour, and I think the problem is, obviously, that as we've seen in the votes in the Commons, Labour has a very mixed message on Brexit. They say we are a Remain party, everybody knows that, and yet they've all had to vote sort of for it. And I think, obviously, Paul Nuttall, the leader of UKIP, has had major problems with the Hillsborough claims that he's made, so I think that's probably damaged in there. But look, Labour have got the worst polling at the moment. They're 18% behind the Tories. That's probably worse in the last 30 years. Jeremy Corbyn himself... I don't think... I mean, the Labour MPs themselves are saying, on the doorstep, the one problem seems to be him.
Yeah.
And as you say, in Stoke, UKIP leader up. There's UKIP have only got one MP.
They got 4 million votes, though, in the last election, which is astonishing in a sense.
Yeah,
to have
so
only
it's
have one
really
MP.
important and symbolically important.
Well, look, I'm going to put it like this. If UKIP don't win in Stoke, I think that is the party dead and buried. Because essentially, what is the point of UKIP? If they can't win in the place where the leader says, this is the Brexit capital of the UK, if you can't win there, what is the point? And essentially, really, the whole point of UKIP was to frighten David Cameron into calling a referendum. Job done.